Welcome once again for our weekly interview this week with a player, and this week we have a senior, Blake Johnson. Blake, I'd like to welcome you to the program. Tell our viewers your size, your position, and your weight and stuff like that. How tall are you and so forth? I'd like to always start with that.
I've definitely varied in between, but last time I'd been measured, I was sitting at about 6'2", 215, I'd like to say.
Does your weight fluctuate during the season with the workouts and practice and all that?
Normally, it goes between lately because I bulked up before season. It's been about 215 to 220. Normally, in the later half of the season, I'll go down about 210, 205, just naturally.
Well, we call your name a lot on the broadcast, and by the way, you're defensive end or lineman or?
Defensive end.
Defensive end. Have you always played on defense? Have you played any offense in the past or tried to play offense, or have they let you play offense?
In my experience in high school, I've been mostly a defensive player, but I have experience at running back, actually.
Oh, really?
A little bit over at Ottawa. I played it for a game, and then linebacker, but I ended up being a defensive end over here, and they've moved me around, so.
Okay. Well, you transferred here your senior year from Ottawa High School. How's your experience been here at Bradley as a Bear at Bradley Central?
Honestly, when I first got here, I didn't know what to do or what to think. But I've enjoyed it so far. All the people have invited me in. And it was tough. I had to almost earn my keep, especially on the football team, because guys have been here for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I've enjoyed the journey and the process, and it's been nothing but great things ever since.
How awkward was it for you to go back? We had to play at Ottawa this year, and you played those guys last year, and you knew everybody on that team probably. And were you lined up across from someone who's a friend of yours, or?
That's actually a funny question. One of my best buddies, I actually got to play against. He's a left tackle over there.
Yeah.
And there was multiple times in the game where we got to go against each other, and he might have pushed me in the back or shoved me, but it's okay. It's all in good fun.
Did you trash talk each other?
Oh yeah, I definitely talked to them the whole game and everything. It was definitely an enjoyable game for me. It's almost bringing back a lot of memories and like a homecoming for me, but we ended up pulling it out, so I was happy about that.
Tell me about your family and who's close to you in your family there.
Definitely for me, the closest people that I have is my mom. She's very close to me, and I love her very much. And then I also have a great aunt and uncle that have provided great support for me growing up. As my uncle is my father figure, so I appreciate them very much.
Very good there. Any other sports besides football? You mentioned something off the air. Do you want to try?
Yeah, I did. I mentioned I believe I'm going to be playing basketball this year. Football has always been, I would say, my main sport, but I do have a love for basketball. Another great team game, so I like to enjoy that. Well,
Coach Carpenter's going to start official practice November the 1st, and I hope you're still playing football then. That'll be next week anyway, but I'd like to have you playing some basketball out there. You got the size for it there. When did you first start playing football? How long have you been playing football? Did you start little bitty age, young, or?
I started actually a little later than a lot of people intended. I started about age 9 and stuff. So I had 2 years of youth football before I went into middle school. And ever since then, I fell in love with it. I used to ask my mom to let me go play even before then because I would watch TV, and actually the Green Bay Packers, even though they're not my favorite NFL team now, that's who I liked when I was little growing up, and I said I wanted to go be like one of them.
One of the Packers, huh? Well, yeah. That's a pretty good program to pattern yourself after. Now, you're going to try to play ball in college? I mean, I know you're getting some interest now. I've seen it on the internet and so forth. Do you like to play ball in college?
Yes, I plan on attending college just to get my degree, but definitely playing college football is a big dream of mine and everything, so I expect to bet on myself because that's what I've always had to do. An example is coming here and trying to earn a starting position and everything, so I plan on attending and playing.
What would you like to major in college? Any idea at all of what you would like to study in college?
Yeah, I've actually thought about it. Ever since I was young, I always knew what I wanted to do. I did want to get a business degree, such as marketing, entrepreneurship, and maybe even own my own business one day and start forward. But I want to have more free range growing up and stuff, and be able to work on my own schedule and tell a lot of other people how to run things and everything. But I got to start at the bottom first, so I'll work up.
That's where a lot of great comes have begun, though, that very dream right there. I'd like to ask that question because I've had parents say, I didn't even know he liked that, or, or he wanted to do that, or he or she there. So 10 or 15 years down the road, we may be looking at you as a businessman, a business owner, with people working under you there.
I hope so.
Blake, I'd like to thank you for being with us today here on our weekly Bear interview on the BCHS Bear Network. These are available on YouTube and Facebook. Look for BCHS Bear Network there. They'll also be posted to Twitter. I guess Sprint's fine too, but anyway, to Twitter for the most part. I'd like to thank Mr. Stroy's class here, the broadcast class, Studio H12, for the continued production of these great interviews. Until next time, we'll say go Bears and God bless.